Hey, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm making a video about what you need to get started recording from home. So this is meant for anybody who's just now getting into making music from home and wants to know what they might need in order to get started. Nowadays, it's much easier and way less expensive for artists to record their own music without having to spend a lot of money on a big budget studio to get a high quality recording. Today you only need a few things to get started recording music from home. The primary pieces of equipment you need to begin recording music are a computer with a hard drive or even a phone, so you need something to physically record the music onto, headphones and or speakers in order to play back the music, an audio interface with inputs and outputs so you can record and play back your audio, microphones and or instruments so that you can capture and produce sound, a DAW, which stands for Digital Audio Workstation. Reaper and FL are pretty cheap, and a lot of people say Pro Tools is industry standard. If all you have is a phone, you can actually just get GarageBand or BandLab and record directly through your headphone microphone. You'll also need basic computer peripherals like a mouse, a keyboard, and a monitor. If you have a laptop, these are all built in. And a few optional things are a MIDI keyboard in order to play chords, melodies, and drum patterns, sample packs of different drum sounds, as well as synths or sound banks to produce chords and melodies, and then also plugins to mix your sound, but a lot of the time the stock plugins are good enough. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your DAW is installed onto your computer. After that, you want to connect your audio interface to your computer, which is usually a USB connection. The more instruments you want to record at once, the more inputs you'll need on your audio interface. If you want to record drums, you'll probably need at least 4 to 8 inputs, but for vocals, 1 to 2 should usually be fine. You want to connect your speakers and headphones to the outputs of your interface so that you can actually hear back the sound that you play. Ideally, you can get a pair of studio monitors which have a flat frequency response, which means that they're the most accurate in terms of reproducing the mixes you make. You want to connect your mics and instruments to the inputs of the interface. An output is something that puts out sound, like headphones and or speakers. An input is something that puts sound into your DAW, such as a microphone or an instrument like guitars, bass guitars, and keyboards. Common audio cords are TRS, TS, and XLR, and these often are used for both inputs and outputs. If you have a condenser microphone, you will need to use the 48 volt on your interface in order to power the mic. Once your DAW is installed, your inputs and outputs are hooked up to the interface, and your MIDI devices are hooked up, you can begin recording music into your DAW. Thank you guys so much for watching. In a future video, I'm going to show you how to get started recording in FL Studio, Ableton Live, and Pro Tools. For now, I hope you learned something about how simple it is to set up a home studio. Peace.